case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This is the plaintiff, Lindsay Nesto. She says the defendant is the mother of her ex-boyfriend's son, and they used to hang out together. One day, the defendant was babysitting her boyfriend's German Shepherd, and her ex had her dog, Mia. A fight erupted, and when she arrived at the house, there was blood everywhere. The defendant was in charge and allowed her boyfriend's dog to bite Mia in the face, and she's responsible for her $500 in vet bills and pain and suffering. This is the defendant, Melissa Cabello. She says she has no idea why she's being sued, because she wasn't even present when the attack happened. Maybe the plaintiff thinks she has money or something because she's putting herself through medical school. Bottom line, she had nothing to do with the attack and is scot-free when it comes to paying the plaintiff's vet bills. She's accused of not keeping dogs apart.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
My boyfriend was at her house.
What's your boyfriend doing at her house?
His son lives there. This is the mother of his son.
That only reinforces my question.
Attention Medicare recipients to the recent changes in
People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff says her dog Mia was attacked in the defendant's house. End of story. The defendant is responsible. The defendant saying, hey, look at your own boyfriend, not me. It's the case of Mama Mia.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Ms. Nesto, you are suing Ms. Calveo for $500 in vet bills and pain and suffering because her boyfriend's dog attacked your dog. Okay, what's going on here?
I was at work on, let's see, it was 8/13/05,
Okay.
and my boyfriend was at her house.
What's your boyfriend doing at her house?
His son lives there. This is the mother of his son.
That only reinforces my question.
We're actually all, everything is fine between us. Like,
Everybody's pals. That's good.
yeah, there's...
So what were you doing? Come on up, honey. Right there to that microphone. So you were at her house, why?
My son was originally there, and then he left to go somewhere, and I was just there waiting for her to come get me.
I was at work that
He just
night.
hangs out there?
He didn't have a car. She drops him off.
I
She's
drove.
working.
How often does he come to your house and just sort of hang?
There was a time that he was going through where he wasn't working, didn't have a vehicle, so Lindsay, when she would go in at 3 o'clock, would drop him off, so he had no vehicle. I was going in that night to work, and that's why he was left at my house.
I worked 3 to 11.
And you were
She
going
would
into work, and where was your son?
My son, I think, was with his grandmother that night.
So it's not even that he was
He
taking
was a
care
babysitter.
of the son.
No, originally I was, but then his grandmother came to pick him up.
Oh, come on, do you hang out at the mother of your kid's house when you've got a new girlfriend?
No, not at all.
No?
We've been together for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's, I'm sure nothing's going on. I just think it's sort of like interesting. The rest of you don't think it's
It was
interesting?
a mutual agreement.
How many
We
people
all
think
didn't
it's
really-
interesting? Can I see it? Okay. Yeah, the rest of us think it's interesting. All right, anyway. So you're at the house, you don't have wheels, you're waiting for her to pick you up. Okay, and what happens? Because
I
you
was-
weren't actually present.
I wasn't- no, I
Okay,
was
so
not.
hold on a second, let's give him the floor. What's your name?
Jason Cancel?
Jason, what is it that happens?
I was in the bathroom, and then I heard a yelp, okay? And then I
Now,
ran.
what dogs were present?
There was her dog,
Okay.
another, her boyfriend's dog at the time, German Shepherd.
Wait, when you said her dog, who were you pointing to?
Melissa's dog. She
Okay.
has a dog as well.
She has a dog, and that dog's named what?
Daisy.
Daisy. Then her boyfriend's dog is there as well, and that dog's named Killer. Now, what's that dog named?
Davy.
Damie. Okay, and then your dog is there too?
Yes.
Because apparently your dog also doesn't have a job and nowhere to hang, so he goes to hang out
We had just gotten our dog, and
Okay.
she was 10 weeks old.
She was a puppy.
She was
Okay,
a puppy.
and your dog's name is?
Mia.
All right, so 3 dogs are there. You're there. She was originally there, but she's no longer there.
Correct.
Correct. Okay, then what happens?
Like I said, Mia was in one room, in the living room, and at the time when I went to the bathroom, and then I heard the yelp, and I ran out there, and the only thing I seen was blood coming out of her nose.
What
you know?
happened?
I guess the German Shepherd bitter.
Why do you guess that the German Shepherd bit her?
Because I didn't actually see it, but they were the only two that were in the room. Daisy was really nowhere near the.
And why were the two of them in a room together? Why were a puppy in a... What were you so busy doing?
I was in the bathroom.
Looking at the lawn ads?
No, I was in the bathroom, going to the bathroom. It took me. I was in there literally for like 10
No
seconds.
good can come of that. And in those 10 seconds, the German Shepherd bit the puppy.
Yes.
Okay, how bad was it?
It was pretty bad. There was
Yeah.
blood all over the place.
Ah, jeez.
I had to grab her and wrapped her up with a towel, wrapped it around her nose because the blood was squirting out, and you can hear her breathing, and the blood was going through her throat.
Right.
So I was just really nervous.
Sure.
I kind of like freaked out.
So what'd you do?
I tried to call. It was so hard for me to call her because I'm trying to hold the puppy at the same time wrapping her nose, and I didn't know what to do. But I was able to get to the phone, and as I got to the phone, thank God she was somewhat nearby, within a couple minutes away. On her way
Now
there.
tell me from your perspective, the phone rings and it's him and he says what? You better get here.
Yeah, he was all frantic on the phone, scaring the living daylights out of me. So I ended up getting there in a timely manner, and I just ran to the house, and there was blood everywhere. He had blood on him. She was like snorting, and then there was like blood coming out of her nose. Melissa's bathroom was full of blood. I felt really bad about that.
Okay, Melissa, were you there when this happened? Thank you for your testimony. How do you figure? See, under what theory, if the only human in the room, in the house, is Jason, who's your star witness, then Jason is the keeper of the dogs at that moment. How is it's Melissa's fault that Jason didn't make sure the dogs didn't hurt each other?
What our original agreement was that she would actually help me out with some of the vet bills.
So she just sort of, you felt bad at some point and just said, I'll try to help you?
Yeah, I mean, initially I was against this puppy coming to my house because we had a couple situations where the puppy and the dog, I was nervous. So
you guys were actually on notice that this was a problem.
Yes.
Maybe you need to relieve your bladder at a different point in time.
Looks like the plaintiff's boyfriend needs to make a mea culpa. Is he responsible for the fight? Judge Millian rules next.
If you would like free...
Defendant responsible just because it's the defendant's house.
Yes,
Why?
because she is the one who owns the dog, so she should be
Well,
hold.
no, it's her house, though. She wasn't even there.
Yeah, but she still is hold responsible.
Okay, we are going to go inside the courtroom.
Here's the thing, Ms. Nesto. By the way, your dog's good, right?
Yeah, I have pictures also.
I'm sure it's terrible.
This is
Let me tell you what you've proven in court. You have absolutely proven in court that your dog was injured. You have absolutely proven in court that you have vet bills. And you've proven
That's
in court.
about
You have proven
how-
in court that your dog is just delicious. Okay, you've been able to prove that. But let me tell you what you haven't. Okay, Jason, walk around a second. Come here. Come here. Go stand over there. Next time, sue him. Okay? Next time, sue him. You get the picture here? Because here's the problem. The human who's in charge is the human who is responsible if you're able to prove that the human did something wrong. It actually sounds here like the human did something wrong. Because what the human did was, knowing that there have been issues between the German Shepherd and the puppy, that human, Jason, left the German Shepherd and the puppy together in the same room. This
But
is
they
not...
originally weren't in the same room
I
together.
don't care. Are you listening? If anyone's responsible, it's going to be him who's responsible. It's not going to be the lady who went to work who left your boyfriend there while you went to pick him up because he's got nowhere else to hang. Okay? My verdict in this case is for the defendant.
All right, come on out here. What are you doing on this side? What side are you on, anyway? So, first of all, the verdict. Were you surprised?
Well, things happen, you know. I mean, whatever.
How about when
it was a chance, you know, to get my vet bills paid. If it didn't work out, it didn't work
How
out.
about when he flip-flopped over to the other side?
That was on the judge right there.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I had to listen to her.
Right?
Yeah, because if not, you know, could have been pretty bad in there.
Well, how'd you feel coming in on one side and winding up on the other side?
It was different. I've never done that before.
Well,
So.
you're pretty smart to come back to this side
Yeah,
to walk out.
definitely. Yeah, because I got to go home to her. So.
Okay. All right, documents are waiting for
Thank
you with
you.
Officer McIntosh
Thank
right
you.
there. Thank you. All right, come on in. Satisfied how this winds up?
Yes.
Yeah, right next to her. Right next to her. Yes?
yes.
How about that when she sent him over to your side of the courtroom?
I don't know. That's not how it was, but, you know, I know I wasn't to blame for this. I wasn't home, so...
Okay, so are all the problems settled now?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, you all going to get along?
We're all going to get along.
Harvey?
Okay, Kurt, the owner of a house is not automatically responsible if an injury occurs there. The owner is responsible if a foreseeable injury would occur, if there's a danger on the property. But they're not automatically responsible if someone gets injured or property gets damaged.